What's up, y'all? Welcome to another Successful Sundays. I was running a bit behind because I was just doing the do. We're just gonna set the mood a little bit, clear out for today's session. Get the candle popping because I ain't trying to set my place on fire though. Anywho, welcome to another Successful Sundays. Of course, Coach AJ, Dope Life Coach, the dopest life coach out there. Today we're going to be talking about resetting and how we could reset for the week ahead. But first things first, we're going to start off with 3 deep breaths to just clear out the energy like we always do. We're going to breathe in through our nose. We're going to sigh it out through our mouth. So breathe in and sigh it out. This time we're going to breathe in for 4, hold at 4, and then exhale at 4 and sit in a moment of just 4 seconds of silence. All right. So in through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And just be. Okay. Kind of messed up there. Let's try this again. Inhale for 4. Hold at the top for 4. Exhale for 4. Sit in silence for 4. All right. So inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sit. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's what's up. But we're gonna get into what that technique is. If you haven't done it or if you've never heard about it already, it's a certain breathing technique that you can use. Also help you reset your week so that you don't feel overwhelmed. So today's affirmation that I pulled was, I welcome feedback from others with open arms because it helps me grow and become a better human being. I welcome feedback from others with open arms because it helps me grow and become a better human being. That's what's up. So, you ever try to set up your week ahead and you always feel super overwhelmed? And I know we are the Successful Sundays and we're all about having a successful week ahead. So I figured today, considering it's, we're still in a new month, why not discuss how we could set our week up for success when we're not feeling super overwhelmed? Because oftentimes we just have a lot going on and immediately we start feeling overwhelmed. So also, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button or share this with someone else that could benefit from today's live or today's session because I'm on the road to 20K subscribers and I'm going to get there by the end of this year. All right, cool. That's just my singing rendition there. So let's get into it. First things first, we want to release. We're going to talk about how we could release anything that's been heavy. Now, we kind of did that with the breathing technique. I'm going to go a little bit more deeper into that and how that can benefit you. But this is a good time to ask yourself, what's been heavy? What has been so heavy that it's just like it consumed you a bit last week? Start thinking about things that may have been a little bit heavy, right? This is a great time to also grab your journal, grab a piece of paper on your notepad and start writing things out. Second, Start asking yourself on a lighter note, what can I celebrate? What are some of the things that I have accomplished that I can celebrate? And it doesn't need to be anything grand. Sometimes it could be something as simple as you washed your hair, you had a cup of coffee in silence, you ate a really good meal, you got outside, got some sun. It could be something so small but yet impactful because maybe it's been something that you've been wanting to do for a very long time and you just haven't had the chance to do it. What has worked? What worked this week for you? Again, this is we're releasing and also reflecting. So, what has worked for you this week? What are some of the things that you've been wanting to try, and you've tried it, and it actually worked? What's one lesson? Okay, that's my horrible arrow. But what's one lesson? And what's one thing you're leaving behind? What is one thing that we are not allowing it to enter into our week ahead? We're not doing it. Sunday is the first day of your week. So, what is one thing that you're like, we're not even going to touch this? It's staying into last week. We are going to start off fresh into this week. Now, you're probably wondering, okay, coach, that's great. I could journal this out, but can you give me an idea how to like do this? Don't worry, I got you covered. We got a 3 priority framework of how you could do it, which we kind of started already with the first section, which is release. Brain dump. Start dumping the things out of your brain that feels heavy. I know I've worked with a lot of clients. They all tell me the same thing. I do not like journaling. So meet yourself where you're at, where you can actually brain dump and it doesn't feel like you're just sitting there and writing a bunch of stuff out. If it feels uncomfortable, if it doesn't feel like that's something that you want to do, again, meet yourself where you're at. So maybe it's not writing everything out on a sheet of paper in a book. Okay, have you tried the notepad on your phone? Have you tried video? Have you tried audio? Just getting it out. Have you tried screaming into your pillow, perhaps? What are the ways that you can release? And what is the way that you could dump anything out that is heavy and anything that's holding you back, things that didn't work? What's the way that you can get rid of that? Okay, and if you could accomplish 3 things this week, what would make you feel successful? What are 3 things that you accomplished this week? Again, nothing is too small. Nothing is too small because what may be small and a huge win for me may not be a huge win for you, right? For me personally, I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm sleeping in tomorrow morning. Like I I need some extra sleep. And sleeping in for me is not getting up at 6:30 in the morning. Your girl's tired. So we're gonna sleep in. And God willing, my body allows me to do that. That's success. That's success. Success for me. That's a win. So think about just 3 things. 3 things. One of the reasons why I chose the number 3, and you're going to notice it in other tips that I provide, and how to start off your week without feeling overwhelmed, is 3 is manageable. Instead of having like a list of 10 and feeling super overwhelmed from that, start with 3 simple things, just 3. And you'll feel like, oh, this is doable. This doesn't feel like it's too heavy, too much for me to do. Number 3, what's urgent? What's important? What's the stuff that you can delegate? And what's the stuff that is urgent you have to do this week? Get it done, get it out the way. And then figure out the stuff that you straight up, you're like, I don't need to worry about it. I could push this into the following week. So ask yourself, what is absolutely urgent at the moment? And what's important? What's important and what is urgent? So this is the 3 priority framework on how you could break it down so you don't feel overwhelmed in the week ahead. Again, brain dump, meet yourself where you are at in regards to that. How would you feel if you accomplished 3 things, and what would it make you feel successful? And what's urgent and what's important? All right? So let's move on to the next step, because your girl always sets y'all up. All right. Now that we're talking about the 3 things that you want to accomplish this week, and what would make you feel successful, write them down clearly. So express them as clear as you possibly can. Okay? Don't be vague about them. Express them as clear as you can. And that's including with the brain dump. When you're doing that, like leave it, make it as straight to the point, all your emotions coming out, anger, frustration, you're celebrating, you're happy, whatever it is, brain dump it all out. Look at it as like just verbal diarrhea. You're just trying to get it all out so that you feel clear and you feel empty. Now, as I said before, why did I pick 3? Because it's more achievable, measurable, and you're allowed to stay focused. More than 3, I've noticed even with the clients I've worked with, it feels not like as if it's doable. It feels like it's consuming. It feels too heavy. I can't do that. So even if 3 is too much, start with 1. Start with 1. And that's okay because at least you're doing something. So just start with 3. Make it easy for yourself. And then a way that you could break it down, which I use this way to break it down. Sheet of paper, if you have a whiteboard, whatever. Break it down personal, professional. Because remember, everything works coincide. Everything works hand in hand together. So you want to break it into personal, professional. For example, maybe personal, quality time with your loved ones. That's one of your 3, right? Maybe another one is rest, or like that's something that you want to focus on. Another one could be for your professional review and prep for the week ahead. Maybe that's a goal that you have, right? This is the most simplistic, basic way you could do it. And all sometimes you need is just like a sheet of paper, down it, boom, and just write down your 3 for professional and for personal, whatever it is that you need. This is just an example how I do it. What are the things that I would like to get done? What are the things I need to get done? Kind of reversing back what's urgent and what's important. This is just breaking it down for yourself here. And also, which you probably recognize it a bit because of the breathing technique, you want to check your energy. You want to check how you're feeling. And a way that you could reset your energy so that you don't feel overwhelmed and doesn't cost you a lot of money. This is like the cheapest way you could do it all, is 4x4 breathing, which you inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, sit in silence, and just be for 4. So 4, 4, 4, 4, breathing. We just did it. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, and be still, 1, 2, 3, 4. Cold water exposure, I know a lot of people are not here for it because currently right now it's minus 30 outside today. So it's pretty damn cold. But what you can do is have cold water exposure in your showers, especially if you're not going outside. Just do one real quick. Do it for a couple of minutes. You don't have to do it like those videos where they're sitting in these ice baths. You don't have to do that. But just that helps reset. It's a good way to reset your energy. Your feet on the ground. Another option is, which I do, is I lay on my couch and I'm still for about 5 minutes. So I just lay flat like this. I'm in a comfortable position. Yes, you may fall asleep, but at least like your nervous system is starting to regulate and relax. And that's a great way to reset your energy for the week ahead. Also, while you're doing that, you can do that midday, beginning. It doesn't make a difference. Beginning of your day, end of your day. Think about the good energy you want to bring in when you're doing these exercises. Think about any negative energy that's holding you back, releasing that, and think about the good energy that you're inviting in while doing the energy reset. So 4x4 breathing is one. Cold water exposure is another one. You don't need an ice bath. I guarantee you. If you have a shower, if you have cold water, you're all right. And then feet on the ground. If your feet is just centered on the ground, and you just remind yourself, the affirmation you could say to yourself when your feet are on the ground, and I use this, is be where your feet are. Just be where your feet are at the moment. I'm going to show you where my feet are too. Right now. My feet are in some comfy slippers. These are Mario slippers. These things are so dang soft. Shout out to Dollarama. Shout out to them. But yeah, be where your feet are. Be in the center of it. And just, you could do the feet grounding and the 4x4 breathing. Where your feet are grounded, you could just center yourself, close your eyes, breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Be still. 1, 2, 3, 4. So simple, right? And then yeah, the cold water exposure as well. Like I said, if you're open to it, like not everyone's gonna be open to sitting underneath cold water. Valid. I get it. I get it. I don't do that one as often. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't. But when I do it, it ain't minus 30 outside. Hell no. All right. So a Sunday ritual. I'm basically giving you my Sunday ritual and it's the basic 3 steps. This is something I do every Sunday. Sometimes on my Saturday, I'm not gonna lie to you, just because I may be like, nah, I need to do it now. Like I need to do some of this now. So first things first, 15 minutes. The first 10 to 15 minutes is silence as much as I can. Like as much as I can. Every weekend I have slow mornings. My slow mornings entail a cup of coffee in silence and my window blinds are open. I always pray that it's a sunny day. Today I got blessed. It's a sunny day. I look out the window for at least like while I'm drinking my coffee. It's just something that I enjoy to do. It allows me to slow down my process versus the 50 flipping things I got to get done, which I always have things to do. But instead of looking at my to-do list, I already mentally know. We all mentally have an idea what a to-do list is. It allows me to just, nah, we just need to, I need to just be. And I know you're probably gonna be like, how can I do that if I have people up and all these things? If you can get up a bit earlier, just one time a week, or one time a month, or every other week, just so you can enjoy the things that you love the most, maybe like for me, it's a cup of coffee, then you do that. Um, Number two, create a quick priority map. This is where I will create, like, I have a book, I have multiple books. I'm a firm believer in the dollar store. I have multiple books. You probably have this exact same one. And I will literally just write out what do we got going on. I look at my calendar, I mirror it to here, and I map out the things I need to get done on what days I need to do it so that I'm ahead for the week I have. So everything is in here, appointments, everything, just so that I know what my week is going to look like moving forward. Just a way to map things out so I don't feel super overwhelmed. And the last one is declutter and clean your workspace. I make sure that my work area, wherever I'm working, which is typically my desk, or sometimes in here in my kitchen, is decluttered. It's clean. Even if it just means I'm just lysoling and wiping down the counter or whatever, wiping down my table, whatever the case is. Having a fresh desk or a fresh environment, it makes you want to actually do work. I don't know. It makes you actually want to do the things on your to-do list versus like the thinking ahead, like crap, I gotta get this done. This way you feel like, yeah, okay, I could do this, right? So just by having a clean and decluttered workspace, wherever it is that you're working, whatever it is that you're doing, it helps a lot. So that's pretty much my map out of how you could start your week without feeling overwhelmed. Again, we're gonna release. We're gonna just do a quick check-in of what's feeling heavy. What can I celebrate? What is working? What's one lesson? What's feedback am I receiving? And one thing that I'm leaving behind. Then you want to break it down to a 3 priority framework. We're gonna brain dump everything that has felt heavy. And I mean anyone could do this. You don't have to have a job or nothing like that. Anyone could do this. You break down you brain dump. Then you break down 3 accomplishments that would make you feel like you had a successful week. Write that down, however you feel comfortable expressing that. Make sure that it's clear. And then what's important to you and what's urgent this week that you have to get done. Maybe you really have to make that appointment with a doctor and you've been holding it back, a dentist or something that's like, nah, I gotta get this done. I've been prolonging it. It needs to get done now. And then I said, obviously, breaking it down in 3 steps, make it achievable, measurable, and it helps you stay focused. Again, you could do 1, but 3 is a good number to start. And I give you an example of how I break it down, which is you can use a sheet of paper if you have some type of corkboard or whiteboard. And then I gave you 2 examples, quality time with loved ones, and prep and review for the week ahead, right? And we talked about in energy here. The 4x4 breathing we did at the beginning of our session as well. Talk about cold water exposure and the feet on ground or laying and sinking into wherever you are, your bed or your couch or the floor, so that you can feel more grounded. And also when you place your feet on the ground, you can say an affirmation like, as I said, be where your feet are. Be in the present moment, right? And also when you're standing and you're saying be in the present moment, just allow your feet to hold you up. This is why I say sometimes laying down is best, because your couch is a great way to just allow you to sink into it. Your bed's a great way to allow you to sink into it. The floor is a great way to allow you to sink into it. Be as comfortable as you possibly can. And then we went into a little ritual here. I gave you my ritual, which is 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, complete silence, journaling, recapping, review. and having slow mornings, whatever it looks like to you, and create a quick priority map of what your week is going to be like ahead. Nothing too detailed, but just give you an idea of a scale of what you have going on. And then lastly, we're just going to clean and declutter our space. I also want to add in a few extra ones that I wrote down. Meal prepping helps me a lot because I'm constantly on the go. This is a way for me to know no matter what, I'm not going to go hungry and I'm not eating out a lot. I meal prep all my meals. I think about meals ahead in advance. Like, what would I like to eat next week? Right now, currently, bowls have been helping me a lot. It's consisting of protein, a carb, like a I'm trying to lay off rice for a bit. Sweet potato is really my jam right now, and some form of vegetable like broccoli or something like that. Broccoli is also my jam right now. So having those steps ahead, taking those steps ahead by meal prepping, and I know and one thing I have learned by day 5, I don't want to eat the meal prep, so I only cook for 4 days, and on day 5, I allow myself to buy something for myself. So that's another way that you can manage that. But if you are a person like myself that's constantly on the go, doing this and that, it does help you a ton to have a meal prep or some sort of ritual so that you can set yourself every time, beginning and the end of your week, and you don't feel overwhelmed when you need something like food or you need something like rest. You have a nice ritual going of how you can take care of yourself. So that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. I hope that you're able to take today's Sunday ritual and apply it for yourself. I do sometimes, like I was setting the candle, I do set the mood for myself. Candles, music. One of my biggest issues right now is when I put music on, I end up dancing, and then the one cleaning thing that I need to, like the one cleaning session I'm trying to do, turns into like an hour and a half. But that's okay because it's good vibes and it's good energy, so that's all right. But yeah, like add in the little changes that can make the biggest significance. So when you have to do something that's super mundane, if you hate washing dishes like myself, maybe figure out a way that you could maybe put on your favorite TV show. For me, it's anything Gordon Ramsay. For some reason, when I'm cooking, I feel inspired. So do the things that make you feel good, even if you don't want to do it. But yes, that's all I have for you. I hope that you're able to get some really great gems out of today's live session of Successful Sundays. I will see you next week. We have an amazing, amazing episode of the Dope Life Podcast coming out this Tuesday. I'm sitting down with Lulu, someone I went to high school with. Turns out that she was in the newspaper in 1989, known as Baby Nora, the baby that was thrown in the trash bin at Scarborough General Hospital. And we sit down and we have a great conversation about her resilience and her confidence and overcoming the information of that at the age of 23. So please check it out. I greatly appreciate you taking the time to join. For those who join, I also appreciate the time for you who are watching this even afterwards. As always, y'all, you know what to do. Walk with peace, walk with love.